Matt, how have you fallen back in love with the estate and letting agency?
I just, it's funny really.
Because if you don't mind me saying, 12, 18 months ago, I felt you'd lost your way a bit,
You
mate.
can say lost the plot then, wouldn't you?
Well,
Do you know what? I think I did. I think I chased somebody else's dreams, and somebody else's vision. And, what I'm working on at the moment feels this is right for my family and for all the reasons why I started Gigs and Co. I feel like we're just starting again. I feel that level of excitement and passion that growing the Gigs group at the moment, and getting people like Damien and Derek, and there's so many others and that I can name, but we're putting together something that if you'd have told me this is where I'd be 6 years ago today, I would have been astounded. The quality of the people coming in is on another level, which means we're able to give better advice, be able to help more people on another level. I mean, so Derek's actually helped coach Damien.
wow.
I've got people like Ollie Henson who's able to help coach Damien. I've got for me at the moment, why I fell back in love is I've just gone back to finding people that I trust, that have got talent, and they've got a real purpose. It just feels right. And at the moment, I felt like what I was going to go into and what I was going to go and do was more about making profit and having significance, which isn't as important to me.
So what you're saying is the emotional side of is more important than, say, the transactions.
The logical.
Do you think?
Well, look,
do
when
think
you sell a
estate
house, you sell a house and you start negotiating on an offer, right?
Yeah.
And you start talking pounds and pence. You switch the sale off. You can literally turn the off dial and you've gone. If I start asking you, Chris, tell me why do you want this property in particular? Why have you offered on it? And you start talking about the rooms and you living in there and how can you see this and how can you see that? The extra 10,000 that you need to pay.
Is this more the emotion than versus the logic?
Massively. So for me, I had to go back to my emotion and not this logic. Because I propelled myself a little bit on this pedestal from doing events and speaking and everything else, I think to a degree, I let my ego take over my purpose. Now I'm back on purpose. And I know that sounds a bit weird, but for me, I love the people I work with, like their family. For a period, whilst I was in my ego, I was letting other people recruit to no vision. So we were bringing in good people, but the wrong people to our organisation. And I started to feel that towards the end of last year. And when I started to feel that towards the end of last year, I had to ask myself this question. And by the way, write this question down. If I had to make everybody redundant today, who would I re-employ? So I got that question and I asked myself a very tricky period just before we broke up for Christmas. And it was a really tough time to ask that question because you're quite, you're in that happy place, it's Christmas and everything else. And I wasn't in that happy place because what I do is what I love. And I had to write down 6 or 7 names of people that I wouldn't re-employ. And those 6 or 7 people aren't with the company now. They weren't in the company 3 months into the new year. And you know what? They all left in a really positive fashion. They realised that our vision, which we cleared up again.
Why did you ask that? Did someone challenge you to ask that
I
question?
watched a video somewhere and it came at the right time. This lady asked this question of herself in her business and it was probably like a golden moment for them. And I thought, shit, if I asked that question to myself, what would the answer be? And I thought, I need to do this. So I wrote down the answers. I wrote down a list of 15, 14 people that I would re-employ and a list of 6 or 7 people that I wouldn't. And you know what? It wasn't because they're bad people. We recruited badly. We recruited them without a vision. We recruited them without a clear job description. We recruited them to fill a job. And that isn't what we're here to do.
It sounds like the element here is people, both yourself and the people you employ.
Yeah, I had to get myself back in line.
Do you think that was the key? Do you think we we focus too much on trying to fill roles and jobs with the right type of person, when in reality we should actually be sorting ourselves out.
Well, I've reduced our costs by nearly 20% on staff, and we've not lost any business in terms of income. So what I mean by that is we've reduced costs by 20%, and actually we're starting to increase our income
Okay,
from
well,
where it was in the
that
first 6
sounds
months
like
of the
happy
year.
times.
It is happy times, but actually we haven't focused on the income element. What we focused on is the people element, which is what you're saying, and we've got the people right.
So by focusing on the people, the money comes in.
Focus on the people, bringing in people that understand what we are doing and they're clear about it. One of the things I can be terrible at is being really clear. Right? You're struggling in this interview at times to get a straight answer. I'm waffling on a little bit. A bit of clarity sometimes helps. That's what we've got to do. And in our organisation, what it became a little bit was, oh, we need a negotiator or we need an administrator. And actually, what we didn't bring in is people that really understood what Giggs & Co. or what Giggs & Bell or what Giggs & McGrath or what Noonan Giggs actually stand for. And getting that clear, then it makes you go back to that question of who should we keep, who should go, because some people can meet that and some people can't.
So what you're saying is start with yourself, look at what your vision, what your why
massively.
is, which then portray it to the team, see if the team matches your vision, manage out the ones that don't, and bring in people that do.
Look, you share with them what your vision is, and most of the time you've created that with the people around
Do
you.
you think most agents have a vision?
No, God, everywhere I've gone, I've asked, again, it's one of my questions, write down the vision of your organisation, and you get a load of different answers.
Number one in the town, big fees, big listings.
It's got nothing to do with the purpose, which is the real reason. You know.
So what's Giggs & Co.'s purpose then?
Well, so for Giggs & Co, in our group at the moment, our purpose is to absolutely treat people how you wish to be treated. And why? Because if we were selling our
Oh,
own
hold on, I thought
properties-
you were estate agents.
Well, there you go.
There's no mention of selling houses in that.
No, none at all. When we first started, it was black and white, no grey areas. Our vision, our purpose, though we so for example, at the moment, you know, we're looking to put our what do you call it, vision or mission, but the thing about Giggs & Co that makes us special is our people, right?
Yes.
So our people are the difference, right? Full stop. Our people are the difference. So if you want to use Giggs & Co, you know what to expect just by hearing that alone. But when it comes to the people and understanding what we do and why we do it, well, it's massively about treat people how you wish to be treated, right? So if you're marketing a house and it's substandard, would you do that for yourself? Would you do it for your parents? No, you wouldn't. That's the kind of benchmark that we measure by. Why do we do it? It's because it's the only way. There's no other way. Otherwise, you're a fraud. So for me, it's about delivering what we would expect and more. And if we do that, we will achieve the fulfillment and the environment and the fun and the everything that comes off the back of that.
Cheers, mate.
Awesome. That's what
Let's
kids
carry
do.
this conversation in the next video.
Absolutely.